When you finally realize that the girl in front of you's your long-lost daughter, the mood can only be described as swag. It's not until this moment that Laura breaks down in front of her dad, flopping into his arms like a piece of pork, while Richard tenderly stitches up her wounds. After confirming that Dad isn't going anywhere, Laura finally drifts off to sleep, while Matthew's excavation team gets creative. They found Himiko's tomb entrance. Matthew, trapped for 7 years, might finally eat fast food. Trinity quickly sent a helicopter to haul supplies, but when Laura wakes up, Dad's missing. Turns out he's on the beach, trimming his beard like a lot. After 7 years apart, he wanted to make a grand impression, so naturally, the first topic of discussion is about Oxford vs. Cambridge. Indeed, parents globally care deeply about kids' studies, yet Laura harbors resentment. She's been a runaway for 7 years. He left her as a child, and 7 years flew by. Richard tells Laura candidly, "I did this to keep Trinity from finding the tomb. For now, I'm on a little holiday, Laura. Burn all the notes, or Matthews will be super bummed." But when he hears his daughter accidentally delivered the notebook to Matthews, he nearly smacks himself with a stick. 7 years of work down the drain. He thinks Laura should never have come here, but Laura thinks they should team up to stop Matthews. But Richard, after all these years, was scared stiff by Matthews monsters, and they definitely weren't a match. Young, impulsive Laura, however, disagrees. Spotting a bow and arrow in the corner, she gears up like Supergirl and gets ready to take on Matthews alone. Laura zooms through the jungle, crashing into Matthews' camp like she's Agent 7, sneaking in and finding where the workers are. She takes out a guard and shouts for the workers to escape, but the guards catch on and start shooting. Welcome to the action movie, folks. To help her fellow workers escape, Laura unleashes her archery skills, moving like the wind, sending arrows flying like they are bullets. Just as she's about to leave, she spots Dad Richard at the tomb entrance and thinks to herself, "Why can't I have a chill dad for once?" Richard's too busy examining the tomb door's mechanisms to notice his old nemesis Matthews sneaking up behind him. Matthews asks Richard to open the door, but Richard's like, "No way," holding firm, while his thugs are poised to take him down. An arrow hits a guard. This Laura to the rescue. Matthews has a gun to Richard's head, threatening Laura to play nice. This is a priceless dad here. After all he's been through, he doesn't want to see his old man kick the bucket right now, so Laura drops her. She gets ready to open the door herself, recalling how she noted down the tomb's opening mechanism while on the boat. Perfect timing. With a thunderous boom, the stone wall cracks open, revealing a passage to the underground. Everyone enters the palace like they've just ascended to a divine realm. Laura steps on a pressure plate, and everyone panics, thinking they've triggered a trap. Then a bearded guy starts teasing a trembly companion. "You're gonna be in trouble." The group suddenly realizes they're in a perilous pickle here. Should've just brought those 3 awesome Americans. Laura spots a deep pit ahead. Matthews tosses a torch down, and everyone can finally see that's a graveyard down there, with all kinds of bodies. His henchmen are building a bridge over the pit. They press on, and Richard spots an inscription on a pillar saying, "The Death Queen turns day into night." And just then, a little guy steps on the plate, and the corridor is immediately sealed off by giant stones. Next, the iron plates start dropping like they're on a roller coaster. Laura nearly topples over the edge into the abyss, thinking, "There's got to be a way out of this." Laura hops to the door, noticing a keyhole, realizes they need to find a key to escape like a treasure hunt. Richard finds some stone jars in the wall, tossing one to Laura. Wow, 1 gem. That's just not enough. So everyone hustles to find more gems in the jars, and they all toss them to Laura. Teamwork makes the dream work. Laura notices each gem is a different color. This is definitely a visual puzzle, but she tries a few with no luck. Suddenly Laura remembers her dad mentioned something, only death brings life. Green must be the key color, but none of the gems are green. In a moment of brilliance, she combines blue and yellow stones, and green pops up. Who knew fool could turn genius? The massive stone block sealing the door slowly opens, and they finally enter the innermost chamber. A henchman pops a flare, revealing a giant, spooky palace. This has to be Queen Himiko's palace. In the center stands a stone coffin. Finally, Matthews finds what he's been after. Female spirit appears and captures everyone's attention, then poof, she turns into a skeleton. Talk about magic tricks. Matthews orders his henchmen to carry her away as if everything's cool, but Laura's spidey senses tell her something's off. She notices a wall mural that reveals the queen was forced to the island. She came here willingly. What a twist. But then, the female spirit suddenly sits up, shocking everyone. Matthews burst into laughter. He knew this all along. The very next second, any henchman touched by her see their hands turning black and rotting. Talk about a zombie vibe. Lara realizes that Queen Himiko is a carrier of a deadly virus. Welsh's immune. What a lucky twist. To protect humanity, the Queen seals herself on the island, while the infected thugs go berserk, shooting wildly in pain. Matthews coldly shoots the infected thug, showcasing the virus' power, but he still insists on taking the female spirit out. What a man. This was Trinity's request, so Richard and Lara exchange glances, both of them like telekinesis ninjas, and swooped in for the attack. Richard grabs a gun and shoots Matthews in the leg, while Lara takes out a henchman with an ice axe. The fight is on. As the standoff escalates, the infected dude behind Richard suddenly lunges at him, giving Matthews the perfect getaway. Richard quickly shoots the now zombie guy, but notices his arm got scratched. Oh no, there's no time to turn tail now.